episode 2 of Nisekoi. Honestly, this is a very, very, very fun anime. I will say that, because in contrast, we do kind of have this whole little thing of like with them, we do kind of see the contrast in both of the gangs of the Beehive gang and the Yakuza, in which that like the Yakuza is all like, you know, traditional and all their stuff, and then there's like the little like 90s gang vibe coming off of the Beehive gang, or at least like they come off as like the Italian mafia, you know, and it's kind of a thing there. And honestly, when they're about to fight in the whole like in the middle of Raku's house, it's a whole thing of like they stop, and as soon as they hear that that Raku and Kisaraki are basically dating, they all just turn, and they just turn into like little babies and everything. It's like, or like, man, they're all up there crying and everything, man, like, you know, stuff like that. However, it does kind of turn sour when they start like arguing with one another again, in which that they both do almost get attacked by each other's head member of their gang. So there's always that. And then that's when they threw on the brakes and actually tried, man, to like, you know, that's when they threw on those falsely fake acting skills of them calling each other darling and whatever, and you know. And honestly, this is the episode of them going on their very first date, and as it stands, it's almost like it's like a high school thing, in which that like all of the members of each gang are like hiding in the bushes and just watching everything they do, and you know, listening to everything that they say, and it turns into that, you know. And seeing as that they have themselves in like a very like difficult position, it's a thing of like Raku's basically like, look, I don't want to be around, I don't want to be with you. However, I'm gonna try and take you out on a date, even though I don't really know what's going on, or at least like I've never been on a date before. And it's a thing with her as well. And as it stands, as he had in his head, the perfect date was going out to dinner, going out to a tea shop, going for a walk in the park, and also going to a movie. And honestly, it doesn't come off as romantic. It comes off as just like two kids who are just exploring the town for the first time. And honestly, going from the tea shop, she acts loud. She is loud and obnoxious. Going to the diner, she's loud and obnoxious. However, at the diner, she did actually like the food. At the movies, she's an action junkie. However, like Raku, he talks her into going and seeing like a calm and like, you know, emotional movie. However, she falls asleep halfway through it, you know. And then when they're on their way to having a walk, you know, that's when she kind of gets all mean and everything, and tells them to go get her something to drink. And at this point, this is when the four random guys just show up and try and talk to her, which I will be honest, that is super strange for guys in a group to walk up to a single girl and then ask her, say, "Hey, girl, want to hang out with us?" It's like, it's like, I wonder why most girls, man, they say no. However, these dudes are really, really, really open about their opinion about how, man, she looks and everything, especially since that their only excuse for doing that is that she's not that good at speaking Japanese, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say whatever I want. However, she does understand them, and honestly, as they were going on about that, Raku's gang, Yakuza members were going to step in, along with Claude and the Beehive gang, and also Kisaraki. She was also going, man, to beat the shit out of them. So pretty much we're gonna catch a three-way ass kicking, but Raku jumps in at the last minute and basically kind of makes up a few excuses for it, grabs her, and then runs off with her. You know, and honestly, it does kind of have this little subtle moment of both of them kind of like coming to a realization of that they might have something growing there for both of these characters, especially since that like it was his first time, man, actually touching a girl's hand, and for her, it was the first time for a guy actually like, you know, leading her away somewhere. You know, it did kind of like help them both out. However, leading into the other part of kind of, you know, when they reach the park, you know, and she goes to the bathroom, and she overhears a few of the Yakuza, of the Beehive members kind of talking about like that they're not necessarily a couple. She goes back and she tries to act her heart, or at least like she goes back into acting mode and tries to play up the part of them actually being a couple which is in love and everything. And because of that, you know, she didn't see Onodera there, so, you know, it's a whole little thing of Raku and Kisaragi trying, man, to convince everybody that they're a couple. However, this time Raku, he doesn't want to tell Onodera that he doesn't want her to think that he's actually dating what's the name, and you know, because of that, Kisaragi, she storms off in anger, and Claude is honestly trying, man, to he can already see through it, and honestly, it's a thing of like, however, he doesn't necessarily succeed in making her believe that they're not a couple. However, he does take this chance to ask her about his locket. When he does, she says no, and then, you know, as we already can guess, you know, she goes home and says that it could be a problem, in which that Tri-Man and to tell him in the future. And also there is a whole like little ending part of both of them, of Raku and Kisaragi, of them both actually just, or at least like him making up with her and trying, man, to be cool and all that. However, you know, these episodes, they do kind of carry on. I will say this, for the second episode, I am happy that they didn't kind of force the violence, but hey, I still liked it all together, and hey, this episode was super good, and hey, I really, really liked it. I'm trying to keep myself from marathoning it, so maybe in like the next few hours, I might look at the next 2 episodes, review those, and get those up. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up on that. So yeah, check out this anime. Super good. First 2 episodes, super funny, and also they are something in which that you should check out. So yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys next time. So keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I am out.